the Meadville Middle School, and we have a phenomenal event going on, the Beloved Community event, and a lot of this has happened because of Armenia Dixon, who has been well-known, great reputation and legacy in the education department. You've been a principal of the schools, you've worked in the READ program, and now that you keep retiring, you just find more things to do to help people. So let's talk a little bit about the whole concept of the Beloved Community. This is amazing.
Well, thanks, Joan. It really started this year when I began working with the Crawford County READ program, and a spillover was, of course, the mentoring program at the middle school. And when I came here, we knew that our theme was the Beloved Community because our partners, Allegheny and Crawford Central School District, chose that theme. So working with that, we thought, well, what can we do? And the first thing that came to our mind was our students need to know what a beautiful community we live in. I mean, and all the people that support them. So we came up with this idea of a village-type approach. And then when we talked to Mr. Lynch, he said, well, why not enlarge it not just for the students in the mentoring program, but how about the entire school? And you know I fell for that idea because we all need to know and embrace the idea that we're surrounded by beautiful people, all these agencies and organizations that care about us. So then we said the whole school. And then somebody came by and said, why not the whole community? Invite everybody. And I said, the more the merrier, because we all need to do this. So this is how it came about. And we invited agencies, and look at the response. We have such beautiful people. They responded.
Well, that was going to be my question. What was the response? But we can see. How many vendors and what type of vendors are we looking at, or agencies, I should say, that are going to be here tonight to help or have resources for everybody?
We're looking at agencies that are community-based and the ones that reach out to care and provide services. But in addition to that, businesses, industry is represented here. Anybody who said, I want to be a part of this and let the community know that I'm a part of this community. So it's encompassing everybody. We started out with 30, then it got to be 40, then it's 59, and then we had somebody who came tonight to say, didn't you get my form? and of course, we're making room for them too. So we have over 59 vendors here tonight.
And are you coinciding this with the open house for the middle school? Is that part of the...
Well, it is certainly after it's not the open house, but it's after parent-teacher conference. So after they leave the conferences, hopefully they will come here. We've also invited the upper elementary grades because they will be here next year. So it's just great. My goodness.
It sounds like, or it looks like, you could expand this more during the year. I know it's a lot of work, but this is a great turnout. So we're going to walk around, look at other vendors, talk to Mr. Lynch and probably Joe Galbo, and just get their input. But I want to congratulate you on a great concept and the success already of it.
Thank you, and we thank Armstrong. You're such a force in our community.
We're now with Thomas Washington, the superintendent of the school district, and I'm impressed with this event that's coming about, and we talked to Armenia Dixon. Tell me a little bit about, did she come to you with this concept, or was it a joint effort?
No, it's actually driven by Dr. Dixon. She's outstanding. We give her all the credit in the Martin Luther King program. She actually spoke of this beloved community, I think about a year ago when she delivered a speech, and so she had a vision in her heart, and she had a vision in her mind about the community coming together and taking care of our folks, particularly our youngsters. So it was part of a vision driven by her.
So when she came with this vision, what did you think? Do you think this was filling a void for students and parents? Just your initial...
I think anytime you're telling people you love them, it's going to fill a void. It's going to fill voids of feeling wanted. It's going to fill a void of hopelessness. It's going to fill a void of people who feel lonely. So anytime you are gathering people together to say you love them, because love stands in the gap of a lot of different things.
And we certainly need that in this day and age. Okay. Anything else that you want to say about any of the vendors or any things going on?
Well, I want to first of all thank all of the vendors for coming out and giving up their time. This is unbelievable to have a turnout like this, and I think it's going to be fantastic for our students and families to understand the services that are at their fingertips when they need it.
Okay, well, thank you very much, and we're going to talk to a few more people, visit some of the different agencies, and get their take on this. But congratulations on everybody coming together, and as you said, spreading the love and making people feel needed, wanted, and filling that void.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Okay. We're with Scott Lynch, principal of Meadville Middle School, and looks like a great turnout. A little bit about when Dr. Dixon came with the concept and how it evolved to this great turnout.
Dr. Dixon approached me through the MLK mentoring program here that we offer here at the Meadville area middle school, brought this idea to me about the beloved community and getting the businesses and organizations within the community here at the school, and trying to get our parents and students involved to let them know what our community has to offer them and what makes us such a great community. So just a fantastic idea, and we really appreciate all the businesses and organizations coming and supporting us tonight.
Yeah, it's a great turnout. So when they were initially asked, I wonder if they even realized what a great concept or what a great success it's already been, and it just got started.
I'll be honest with you, when we first started this, I was concerned about the number of people that would be turning out, as well as the businesses and organizations, because we've never done this. So I wasn't sure what it would be like. And just let me tell you, they did an amazing job organizing this and getting there's 60 business and organizations here at this event this evening, as well as over a couple hundred people at the event. So we're very, very pleased and happy to have everybody here. But again, my hat's off to Dr. Dixon and the MLK people. But it is a collaboration between the MLK program, Crawford Central School District, and Allegheny College. So thank you so much.
It's great.
Thank you to Jim Shields in the radio and everybody here, as well as Armstrong as well.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we all try to work. That's one thing about our community, our media, Jim and Forever, we all work together to promote this, and I think this is going to be talked about for a long time, and you're already a product of your own success.
Well, thank you very much, and it's not my success, it's really the success of what Dr. Dixon has done and the people that helped and supported her. I'm just here to, help provide a facility and help in any way I can as well, so thank you.
Oh, thank you. Okay. We're now in front of the Crawford County Career Technical Center, and we're with the guidance counselor, Eric McGurk. And we just got here, big crowd. Tell us a little bit about your resources, your booth, and your whole impression with this event.
Well, our resources, I have info on night school, info on daytime programs for high school kids, high school students, and the event's really neat. It's just started and it's already crowded, and a lot of nice folks have stopped. They love getting their smiley face stamps.
There you go. Do you think there's more of a trend now going into the technical careers, as much as more emphasis or more interest?
I think our percentages are about the same. It should be more because that's where the jobs, especially in the rural areas, are. So, but I think it's about the same. I've been here 28 years, and it's the percentage is right around 30% of the kids come to tech. But our kids are the ones that stay and pay taxes, because they stay, get good jobs, build homes, and then pay taxes to keep it all running. So that's one of the real benefits of coming to the tech center.
So as far as this whole event and opening up to the students and parents, it looks like a great concept. Seems like a good response.
Yeah, you can never get enough exposure, and you need to, let parents know what's happening, and the kids, sometimes don't even think about us, even though they do tour after tour after tour, and then they're here with their parents, and the parents go, well, what do you think about the tech center? So I think it helps out a lot.
Sure, I think it would stimulate conversation between the kids and the parents when they leave here about the resources. Okay, it's the night's young. You can go do more smiley faces and enjoy the evening.
All right, thank you.
Okay, we're with Joe Galbo, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about the beloved event. Behind us, you can see what a success it is already. Joe, tell us your I guess, position in this and how you help make it come together?
Well, this is Dr. Dixon's baby all the way through. The Meadville Martin Luther King Scholarship Committee, Allegheny College, and the Meadville Area Middle School all teamed together to bring this beloved community event to this area. In February, of course, being Black History Month, Dr. King's beloved community concept that he had. This is something that we believe we have a good foundation for here in this area already. And what we wanted to do was introduce the community, the students, their families to their community. And the way to do that was to bring them here. And so many people gave of their time. The parents brought their students here tonight. For a first-year event, we're overwhelmed at how successful it's been. We appreciate Armstrong being here, Forever Broadcasting, the Meadville Tribune, and for helping to spread the word about it. It's something that was a dream back in September, and this dream came true. We're very, very happy with the results, and believe that the students and the families were well served.
I think what's interesting is Armindia said that this is the beloved community. You mentioned love. Mr. Washington mentioned love. And it's all about support, resources, and it's got a nice flavor to it.
It really does. It's something that there's so many wonderful aspects of this community that oftentimes the average people don't know. And that's why we've got CATA here, to maybe talk about some of the services that people really don't understand. Voter Services is here. We have Accutech. We have businesses here that the students, if they were wondering at this point in their life, as the middle school student, what should I'm interested in this. What should I be focused on in school? These are things that there are people here, I'm like, yeah, you know what, I was just like you, and I wish that I had done this or that when I was in school. Or, when they said this is important and I doubted it, boy, it really was. This right point at these students' lives at this point, they may think, well, gee, I don't know what I want to do with my life, but maybe they do. And there are people here that can kind of confirm that, or maybe there's things they never thought about, that there are representatives here from tonight that can get them maybe thinking in that regard. So this was something that, it was one of these things, if we build it, will they come? And they actually did come.
They certainly did. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're at one of the many booths here tonight at a very successful event, and I'm going to let them talk, representatives of PMI. So when you were approached about this whole concept, and I know you go to other things like this, but what do you think about the concept of pulling in the middle school students and the teachers and the parents?
We love this idea. So my name is Liza Schaaf. I work as an admissions rep at PMI. This is Debbie Anderson. She's an admissions rep at actually Laurel Technical Institute. We partner today at this event like we often do because we really want to support community initiatives that help the community understand what resources are available in their backyard. So we're representing a couple of the educational options here in Meadville, PMI, the manufacturing trades.
And LTI does a lot of the computer, business, cosmetology, healthcare type fields and things like that. And again, we really focus on the community. I mean, the community members are our future students. And it's definitely a plus if these students are learning about the trades and about different types of careers earlier on, as opposed to waiting until high school. It really gives them some real opportunities that they may have missed otherwise.
So what do you think about marrying the teachers, the students, the parents, and giving them some, I guess, fodder for talk afterwards? I know it's early on. What's your initial reactions to the parents and the kids?
We're really happy to be here. We're really happy with the turnout tonight. We've had a lot of questions about different pathways into the community, into career options, starting in middle school, working your way to high school, possibly going to the Career and Technical Center for some of the trades, and then furthering education beyond that at local colleges, but also at local trade schools. We're right here in the backyard, willing to make today's youth employable after they graduate from high school. That's our whole goal, is to have students have jobs that can maintain a lifestyle and a living that they want right here in the Meadville community.
And I think it's really important too that the kids see the support that they have from the teachers, from the community, from their parents. I mean, so they're not, they feel like they really are a part of things. I mean, it's not just them. So yeah, absolutely. I think it's a great event, and I can only see it growing from here.
Okay, we are now at the election booth with Becky Little, Director of voting registration or votings? Both. Okay, and obviously Crawford County Commissioner John Amato. Great event. Initial reaction to the whole concept of coming in and working with the parents in the, marrying it to the open house or the parent-teacher conference.
It's a nice opportunity. The elections office has a program where we get students involved in poll working. Students that are 17 and older are able to come in if they have maintained good grades and have an interest in getting involved, where they can go in on election day and work with the poll workers and get some experience. So this is kind of an introduction to them. In a few years they can get involved.
Is this something that's really needed at this point for awareness for voters and young people?
It is. Fewer and fewer young people are voting now. Most of our poll workers are seniors, and it's an opportunity for the two to work together, and they can share their expertise and encourage the young people to get involved. So far, the program has been very well received on both sides.
And it's a really timely subject right now because the young people are getting involved and they just want to be heard. And I listened to some of them tonight on national TV, and they all had different opinions, but they did talking points and they realized the power of voting. John, your take on this event?
I think it's a nice event. More than anything, it introduces the community to what's out there. I think too often people don't know what's available. So I think that more than anything is it shows them, there's a lot of agencies and a lot of offices and a lot of programs out there that really benefit them and their families. So I think that's the most important part.
Thank you both very much.
Thanks.
We're at another booth. We're actually at the NTMA booth, the National Tooling and Manufacturing of Northwest Pennsylvania. And Tammy, you're going to tell us a little bit about being here to talk to not only parents, but the students.
Right. Yes, I'm Tammy Adams. I'm the Executive Director of the chapter. And it is important to us to promote manufacturing careers. We have so many companies that are looking for employees that we know we have to start young and talk to the students and get them interested in manufacturing so that we can build our workforce for the future. And not only do we want to intrigue the students with our little bots that they can drive around and get interested in it, but also we need to sell the parents that there are good, viable careers in manufacturing available.
And what is your response to this new beloved community event?
Yes, I think it's a great turnout and a great opportunity and platform to get students and parents together. We're out in the schools as much as we can, but we're missing that component usually of being able to talk face-to-face with the parents, and this event has provided that opportunity.
Do you think the concept of getting into the tooling and manufacturing has changed because it's so much more technical and it's such a good option in our area?
Yeah, it has changed, morphed over the years. It is a clean environment, very technical. I do think it makes it difficult to find people because we are looking for a different skill set, more computer-oriented. And again, that's why we're looking at the younger students, because they get it. They've grown up with the technology, and we just need to plug the right kids with the mechanical skills into the manufacturing careers.
Okay, and get them into the robots.
Robots is coming April 7th, so yep, that's one of our first steps to get the kids engaged.
And that's a huge event.
It is, yes. We usually get 1,200 fans out for that event and about 250 students that are involved in building bots. We have 42 bots coming this year from 22 schools. So it's grown. It's a big event.
All right, we're at the beloved community event, and we've talked to some tool and die. We've talked to all different types of vendors here tonight, and we've got our fine men in blue. And I'm going to let you both introduce yourself and then tell me a little bit about why you're here, what the response with the kids is, and we'll go from there. But go ahead.
All right, I'm Sergeant Falco. I'm the school safety officer, so I visit all of the elementary schools from kindergarten to 4th grade and do safety presentations for them. So we brought our, they're called drunk buster goggles, and it kind of simulates, you know, what it's like to be under the influence of alcohol and some different drugs. So I'll let Officer Mogul kind of touch a little bit more on, you know, what the kids experience, because he deals with it a lot in the high school. They get to experience it. So
I'm sure you do. So what are you hearing and seeing here tonight besides seeing through the drunk goggles?
So basically what we're doing is we have the Drunk Buster program where we have the drunk goggles. So the program up here at the high school is we have the kids put these on. We run a whole program in the gymnasium where they actually get into a cart with the goggles and without the goggles and try to maneuver their way through the obstacle course. The kids tonight, you know, we just want them to experience what it might be like to be under the influence of alcohol. Show them that, you know, you really can't see, you can't function properly. And the kids, when they put them on and they look forward or they try to pick up something, you know, they're laughing, giggling. But we just make sure to say, you know, imagine if you were actually intoxicated, like all those different factors. So, you know, just basically trying to tell the kids drinking and driving isn't a good thing.
Well, you're both touching on some hot topics, school safety, active shooters, a lot going on, and it's, I think, really refreshing to see the young students coming to, whether you agree with everything they say, and they all have different opinions, but I think there's a lot of that going on, so you must get a lot of questions on that.
yeah, we do, and it's, you know, we're here to build that relationship so the kids, you know, when they see us, they aren't afraid of us. We want them to approach us, to come to us, you know, if there is a problem. So that's something I think is good for us being in the schools. You know, the kids have that relationship with us where they see us as someone they can go to for help, and it's a benefit for the schools to have us, you know, here for, you know, the security and things like that. So it is a sense of, you know, safety for some of them. So.
Absolutely, and we have to thank you both for your service doing that. And what do you think of the event? Mindy has put this together, or Dr. Dixon. So far, you're happy to be here, I'm sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think it's a great opportunity for the community to come together. I think we have a lot of organizations and individuals. Maybe they've been implanted from other cities that have moved here. And a lot of these individuals and community members that grew up here come together, and they want to put these events together to bring our small community, because that's what we have here, together to do events like this. And it gets people to see what kind of things you know, our small community offers.
Yeah, and I think it's important, and they call it the beloved community event. And several of them have said, you know, it's about showing, as you said, the safety, the security, the love, and the support that is out there for everybody so they don't slip through the cracks.
Yeah, absolutely. And I actually picked up a pamphlet for a lady who needed some services this morning, and I didn't really know, you know, where to go, and I found it here. So it's nice to have, you know, have that communication where you can send people in the right direction. So it's awesome.
All right, thank you both for participating, and I'm sure this will become a success every year. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're with Ron Cole, Provost at Allegheny College, and the beloved community event, and it's been an outstanding success, first time. Tell us a little bit about Allegheny's involvement.
So, thank you. It's been a wonderful event. Allegheny, as part of this community, is proud to welcome our community partners. We've had over 60 partners. I'm on the committee that helped plan it, but I give full credit to Dr. Armstrong Dixon, who was instrumental in making this a reality. But most importantly, our Allegheny students serve as mentors in the MLK mentoring program. And so they work on a weekly basis with students from the middle school in an after-school program. And that's what generated this event. So the ideas from our Allegheny students, the mentors, and also the mentees, the students in the middle school, thought it would be a good idea to have a community event bringing together partners and resources so the middle school students can learn about what opportunities there are for things to do in the summer, or what are some of the career paths they might have. And so I'm most proud of our students in this event, and they're in the background helping to give out prizes to the middle school students right now. So
I think everybody we've talked to as far as agencies so far are thrilled with the turnout and the dialogue that started among, we've got art, we've got the law enforcement, tool and die. We've and you know, we can't hit them all tonight. So we really congratulate you and Armenia and everybody for pulling this together. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, and I want to say a wonderful, warm thank you to the Meadville community. It's a wonderful event. Thank you.
We're with Todd Erdos, financial advisor at Edward Jones. Todd, why do you feel it is an important place to be with parents and middle school students to talk about the resources?
Well, I mean, first of all, it's a great event that they're having here. It's a great opportunity to kind of educate the children and the parents of the different businesses in the community that are here to kind of help them prosper, to help them get on to, you know, further their education and what the importance of that is and how the different involvement in the community can help do that for them.
Do you think there's a much bigger emphasis on younger people learning how to invest and how important it is?
It is. I mean, the earlier that they can get started and learn about it and necessarily just learn about budgeting and understanding the concept of the value of money kind of helps them understand going forward what they can do to help prepare themselves for whatever comes after high school.
Okay, I'm standing at the Reed booth, and Ann Knott, you're the executive director. Been a great event. We've talked to a lot of vendors. Tell us a little bit about the Reed program and your take on the whole event.
Well, first, this event has been wonderful just to see all the collaborators here. I was saying we don't really get a chance to connect throughout the day, so the fact that there are 56 agencies and businesses from Crawford County that have pulled together to make this event so wonderful. Dr. Dixon has done a great job, so we're just very thankful to be involved in it. The Reprogram is an adult education program that we've been in Crawford County for over 30 years, and we started just to help the residents of Crawford County read better. But we have evolved so much since then. We help adults get their GED if they're looking to prepare to go on to college, go into the military, go into the LPM program. Any basic academic skills we can help with. So even if they have a high school diploma or a GED, we can still help. And once they're in our program, we help them prepare for what's next. Is it a career-oriented? Are you looking to get a job? We help for resume building, interviewing skills, all of that.
Okay. And now, obviously, we're here tonight, but where could they get a hold of you?
We have two locations. One, we're at the Old East End Elementary School. Our phone number there is 337-7323. And then we have a location in Titusville as well. We're in the Park Building, and our phone number there is 827-0212.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're talking with Rose Hilliard, and you are with Women's Services, but you are also here tonight representing the Crawford County Suicide Task Force. A very somber topic, but one that needs discussed.
It sure does. We've had quite a few suicides this past year, and we need more awareness, education, and prevention. One of the things we provide is a QPR presentation, question, persuade, and refer, and that helps people to understand if they're with someone who's having a bad day or thinking about suicide, they can ask the questions, help them, stay with them, and end up referring them to the help they need, like a warm handoff, so we can help one another and be with each other.
So it's not only educating people to look for the signs, you also have a support group for anybody that has had to go through a suicide of a child or any relative.
Yes, if they've had a suicide in their lives, or even if they have attempted suicide and they need that extra support, we have the group that meets.
Okay. And what's an easy way for them to get a hold of you?
Well, I have all kinds of information, a phone number, Women's Services, call me, talk to Jason from Crawford County Human Services, but you can always call the crisis line and they'll get you referred to us.
Okay, thank you so much for a very important support group.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm with Rachel Verno, Human Resources at AccuTech.
Yep, AccuTech.
And you know, you've been in the news a lot. I think it's an exciting career for people to consider. Tell us a little bit about your presence here and what you're trying to inform the parents and students.
Okay, so AccuTech is a huge community partner. We want to make sure that people want to stay in Crawford County. That's a big part of our mission. we are here to stay. We have a lot of long-term agreements, which means we're not the typical manufacturing with cyclical ups and downs. We don't have layoffs, so we're trying to really create that community partnership, encourage kids to get into the field. I don't know if you know this or people out there know this, but manufacturing is one of the largest employers in our county. So we're hoping to direct kids more our way when they first start out on that career path. So it's not down the road that they realize this is what I need to get into to make it a career here in Crawford County.
So, Rachel, what do you think of this event, the beloved community, the whole concept of what Dr. Dixon has pulled together?
Well, I think it's kind of amazing because I think what we were talking about earlier when they introduced the event is that we are a community that wants to work together. And I think a lot of the stuff that you see in today's world is a lot of dissidence and people not wanting to work together. And we're very different. Small communities are different. So I think it represents our community well.